Hey guys, this is Varun Inamdar and welcome to Get Curried. Today, let's make an amazing Indo Chinese starter, sweet and sour meatballs. Let's first begin with making the meatballs. The meat in this case is chicken mince. For that, I'm going to cut a few spring onions nice and fine. Next, some cloves of garlic. I'm going to first crush the garlic and then chop it nice and fine. You could also add in some ginger if you wish so, but I prefer garlic for this recipe. Let's add in the spring onions and the garlic to our chicken mince. To this, let's add in a touch of dark soy sauce, followed by a beaten egg. This is to ensure that the meatballs remain nice and moist. To this, I'm also adding in a tablespoon of refined flour and a tablespoon of cornstarch, some black pepper, and finally, salt as required. Let's give this a mix. Mix all of this together till all the ingredients are well combined. The next step is to heat a wok and add in some vegetable oil. These meatballs could also be deep fried, but I prefer shallow frying. The easier trick to make meatballs is keeping a bowl of chilled water right next to you, dipping your fingers in that and collecting like a lemon-sized ball of the meat. You could also make smaller meatballs in case you wish to use these as cocktail starters. The oil is also heated up. Let's fry these meatballs till they're nice and golden crisp on the outside, soft and well done in the center. We need to turn this time and again to ensure they're nice and golden brown thoroughly. Time to remove these on an absorbent kitchen paper. And let's move on with the next process. Let's start prepping a few vegetables, beginning with spring onions. Next, let's move on to some cloves of garlic. You slice these. And lastly, some sweet peppers or capsicum. Just going to take yellow and red in this case and cut this into triangles. Similarly, the red colored bell pepper as well. The vegetables are cut and ready. Let's heat the wok, this time again with a little bit of oil. Allow the oil to heat up in this wok, and this time, since it's an Indo Chinese recipe, the wok needs to be nice and scorching hot. While the oil is heating up, let's make a slurry of all the remaining ingredients. Well, the first one is tomato ketchup. This is going to give a nice gloss and flavor to the recipe. This is followed up with honey. So ketchup and honey will give it that nice sweet element. To this, dark soy sauce along with white vinegar. And this is for the sour element. This is followed up with a tablespoon of cornstarch. Let's add in the water. Well, this is the time when you need to decide how much of cornstarch and how much of water. If you need to make a main course or like a main dish, then you need to increase the quantity of water. For something dry like a starter or an appetizer, keep it to like a half cup to a 3/4 cup of water. Give this a good mix and ensure that there are no lumps in this mixture. Our slurry is well mixed. Let's move on to the wok. The oil is well heated up. The first thing that goes in, sliced garlic. This is followed up with the whites of the spring onion, bell peppers, and give it a few flips. Time to add in some black pepper, followed up with just a touch of salt. Let's stir in the cooked meatballs. And finally, the slurry. Ensure that the flame is on high all this while. Give it a stir. This mixture now needs to bubble on high flame till it's nice, thick, glossy, and absolutely well cooked. The sauce has well reduced, it's become nice and thick. Time to add in the cut spring onions and just a little bit of toasted white sesame. Retain a little so that we can garnish it later. And with this, your sweet and sour meatballs are done and ready. Let's serve this, and this goes amazing with a bowl of steamed rice. So here you have sweet and sour meatballs from our kitchen to yours. Do not forget to like and share the video and subscribe to Get Curried.